You are the most respected expert in the travel industry, and as I know, airlines are your hobby or your passion or interest. And can you tell me what are differences between frequent flyer programs and loyalty programs for the retail industry?
Yeah, thanks, Mikawa. Well, first of all, for calling me the expert. If you say it, it must be true. Yeah, it's an interesting question because actually loyalty programs they have started in the retail industry something like 50 years back, and the airlines were only later to get into this game. American Airlines back in 1981, so it's almost 30 years ago as well. So there's a long story, but over the last 30 years, or especially over the last 20 years, I would say frequent flyer programs have indeed evolved to become the reference in the loyalty market. Mm-hmm. Why? What is the difference? The difference, I think, it's not so much related to the loyalty program or to the way you work with the loyalty program, but it's just the simple fact that the airlines have a completely different basic product, mm-hmm. than in the retail sector. So the product is much more complex, which gives you much more possibility, actually, to do something with a loyalty program. Mm-hmm. In the retail business, basically, you just do your shopping and, well, you can give some kind of discount, you can give some kind of promotional offers. In the airline business, every time you take an airplane, well, you can upgrade somebody, you can get somebody to the lounge, you can give them free flights, which are much more interesting than getting a free voucher for some retail shopping. And I think these are some basic differences, much more related to the product, which are reflected in the frequent flyer program, in the loyalty program.
So what do actually frequent flyers expect from loyalty program?
Quite a lot, and that's a problem. Because they got used to getting free flights, to get really perks which are really interesting, which have an emotional value as well, and that's why they become much more demanding than towards any other loyalty program in the industry, which puts quite a bit of challenges, of course, upon the airlines, because they cannot always reply to these expectations. And that's a little bit the situation we have been in for the last couple of years, which makes it a little bit difficult for airlines.
These days, a regular customer is offered many of loyalty programs, and it seems to be not enough just to have attractive program. It has to be something that stands out, in something that brings some extra value. And do you think that differentiation of loyalty program actually drive loyalty value?
Yeah, very good question, and I would fully agree on that, because the problem today is worldwide you have 180 frequent flyer programs, which might seem much, which might not seem that much, but as a matter of fact, it is quite a bit. This means that that customers, they know the basic principles and the basic propositions of frequent flyer programs, but they expect indeed something which goes beyond the traditional just giving away free flights and all this which has in place for 30 years. So where's the differentiation? Where does it come from? I think it really comes from the way how you use the frequent flyer program, which comes back to database management and really to using all the data which is available of your customers to use it in an intelligent manner. So you need to have an IT application to run the whole thing, which is in a situation really to let the airlines work in a more proactive customer relationship management way. But there's also the know-how from the management side from the airlines, and there's quite a lack of know-how, to my experience. From many airlines I talk to, I would say it's not so much an IT issue, because the IT is available today. It's really much more an issue. What do you do? How do you work with that afterwards? And there's still a lot to do there. And I think frequent flyer programs and FFP management, they really should evolve in such a direction.
And what do you foresee? What would be the next breakthrough in frequent flyer program?
It's a question I'm asked very often, and to be perfectly honest, I would not see one major breakthrough, because there are a lot of different evolutions in the market. Mm-hmm. Depending on the regional market, depending on the airline model, it can go in one or the different direction. But if you ask me a question in such a general manner, I would say not the breakthrough. Let me call it the evolvement goes really into using the frequent flyer program as a CRM tool, which is today, again, in the airline business, and this might surprise you, but in the airline business, this is still not the case. In the retail business, this is much more the case. And because, again, coming back to your first question about the differences between retail and airline, in the retail business, where you can't do only so much with the loyalty program as such, the difference must really come on how you work with the loyalty program. Mm-hmm. And that's why, well, not only retail, but banking, etc., other industries as well, they're much more involved in the CRM game. Mm-hmm. And airlines say, well, we got such a sexy product, we didn't need that. And that's exactly where now airlines have to, to get their homework done. Everything is available. Data is available, IT is available. Well, now they know to build up know-how and really use these possibilities. And I would see this as a gradual evolution, going quicker with some carriers, going slower with other carriers, as always. But I think, and I hope as well, that's where frequent flyer programs will evolve over the next couple of years, which will justify their continued existence.